Hi, everybody. This is Ronda Cobb, the Money Coach, and welcome to our show. Thank you for listening. I love my listeners. You guys are all so cool, and I would love to hear from you. Send me an email. Say hello. Tell me what you like about the show. Tell me what you don't like so I can do better. Send me your number one money question, or tell me what your favorite show was. Whatever. Just send me an email. Just let me know. It'd be awesome to hear from you. It's rcmoneycoach@gmail.com. Now, as you recall, we're doing a series for people who are interested in continuing their financial growth, right? People who want to take purposeful action towards their financial future and be more organized for success. And we've been talking about retirement because we're all getting a little bit tired of working and we need to get ready for retirement. And this is show 4 of the series on retirement. The first 3 are still available on all the players, so if you missed them, you can go back and listen. So everyone we know is experiencing something stressful these days, but we also know that relieving financial stress relieves stress overall. Less stress and a better future in the works. That sounds like something you could really wrap your arms around, right? Like a great big bear hug. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? A great big bear hug. I gotta go find a great big bear. All right. I'll do that later. I'll let you know how it goes, too. Hopefully it'll be a stuffed bear. Now, the thing we want to remember is there's a difference between being interested in a good retirement and committed to a good retirement, right? Interested people say, oh yeah, I want a good retirement. But committed people say, I have a plan, I'm working my plan, and I'm going to have a better retirement than I would if I didn't have a plan. Awesome. You see the difference there between those two statements. All right, interest and commitment. So for 3 shows now, we have talked about retirement savings. We talked about what was impacting our ability to save. We talked about typical savings for people in each age group, starting in their 20s, going through their 60s. And we discussed the do's and don'ts of 401ks. Let me tell you, it felt like we really glossed over that. So if you still have 401k questions, I understand. Just send me an email and we'll get them, handled. And now we're going to close out this series on retirement with a deadly serious topic. No, we're not going to talk about life insurance. We did that a few weeks ago. This show isn't just about protecting your retirement savings. It's about protecting all of your savings, okay? Yes, we're going to talk about protecting our savings. And for some people, it's going to be about protecting your entire way of life. Yes, I know, scaring the snot out of you, right? But don't be scared. We're not here to be scared or scary. We're here to be informed. We're here to be smart about our money, and we're here to get some coaching so we know what to do to avoid scary stuff. So we're going to discuss 2 things primarily that can rob you of a lot of your savings. We've discussed this a few times over the year, but let me remind you as you approach retirement age or you put retirement planning into place that this is even more important. The first secret to protecting your wealth, both during and before retirement, is to curtail your health care spending. Fully 40% or more of this nation's bankruptcies are caused by medical bills. And why is this? For one thing, people have been led to believe there's nothing you can do about them. And my friends, that is so wrong. 50 years of marketing, very strong marketing, has conditioned people to believe that they cannot make a life decision without checking with their doctors. How many times have you heard or read, Check with your doctor before starting an exercise regimen. Check with your doctor before taking a vitamin. Check with your doctor before going da 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 da. Really? Is that really necessary or is that really marketing? Just asking. And the doctors are making tons of money, but you've been led to believe that they're not motivated by the money they make. You've been led to believe that the medical bills are not negotiable. Well, let me ask you something. If doctors are not motivated by the money they make, why is healthcare a trillion-dollar industry? Why are people going bankrupt? Because of medical bills. Something somewhere is leading us all back to money, isn't it? And why are so many people, especially women, having unnecessary and expensive surgeries? And why is medication here many times more expensive than in other countries? Profits, my dear friends, profits. I know I tell it like it is. Here's where we cue all the medical industry telling me I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what? I worked as a consultant in the medical industry since 2005. Profits are definitely a concern. And I'm not saying they should not be making a profit. Of course they have to make a profit. They have to make a living. Why are they going to go to work if they're not making a living? Just like you and me. Why would we go to work if we weren't making a living? We're not trying to keep them from making a living. We're just trying to get them to make a living and not kill our ability to live. Okay? So if you're currently sitting on a stack of medical bills and they're threatening to send them to collection, but they haven't yet sent them, please reach out immediately. I have assembled a team of people to help with this. Absolutely. Okay? I want you to pause the recording. This is so important. I want you to pause your recording and send me an email immediately. rcmoneycoach@gmail.com. All right? Because one of the guests that we've had on the show 2 times and we are going to work together to help people that have these medical bills that are just overwhelming them. And ignoring them is not going to make them go away. I see people who do that. You know what happens? Yeah, they go away. They go straight to collection. What happens when a bill goes to collection? It takes your credit score down by 40 points. And then no matter what you do with that bill, whether you pay it or you let it sit there, it is this bubbling, icky cesspool in your credit report. And your score, even if you pay that collection, your score still suffers. Don't do that. Reach out right away. Okay? Just telling you. Now, if you're pacing a procedure in the upcoming days or weeks, no, I'm not going to second guess your doctor, but I am going to say, be savvy. Ask them how much it will cost. Ask them before you get there if every single provider is going to be in your insurance company's network. And ask them how much your copay is going to be. Get this information in writing. Insist. You have the right, you have the legal right. You just have to open your mouth and say, I'm sorry, I'm on a budget. I need to get this information so that you guys don't end up stuck with a bill for this procedure that you say I really need. If they can't work with you after that, I'm really worried about them and their ability to work with their people. And if they say they don't know, that is just such hooey duties. They know to the penny what they're going to bill. They know when it's going to bill. They know how much your insurance is going to pay because they've already contacted your insurance to get authorization for the upcoming surgery or procedure, whatever it is you're having. And they know how much you're going to owe after the insurance company is paid. They know all of that beforehand, and they need to tell you so that you know too, so that you can plan ahead. And they even know the exact date that they're going to send the bill to collections. In one of the big hospitals in our community, their exact date is 63 days after the procedure. By then, you haven't even gotten all the papers in the mail of what your insurance company paid and what you still owe, but they're already getting ready to send it to collections. So this is why I'm saying you want to know up front, okay? And don't fall for their sales pitch of we don't know, or we won't know until we get in there, or my all-time favorite, we can't control who is or isn't in your network. That's all hooey dooey baloney, okay? And especially dangerous. We've booked your surgery or your procedure at X hospital, but you look at your insurance card and it clearly says that you're only in network at Y hospital. X and Y being the name of the hospital, two different hospitals. Okay? That is not going to bode well. Just because your doctor booked it at a hospital that's not in your network does not mean your insurance company is going to feel obligated to pay that bill. As a matter of fact, they're going to say it was your job to make sure you used a network provider. And guess what? That's the truth. That's part of the contract. Okay? So, the only time you can get out of network procedures paid for is if you went through the emergency room because you had a major accident or one of those big things that requires you to go in an ambulance and you don't get to choose where you go then. You know, stroke, heart attack, blah, blah, blah. All right. Now I'm going to spill the beans on a few other ways you can protect your savings. And I'm going to tell you that you need to spend money to protect them, but it's going to be a good thing. And they're all options. They're not required. But I should write a song, shouldn't I? Protect yourself. Yes, protect yourself. And a second song, stand up for yourself. It's hard and it might not be your personality style, but when it comes to protecting your savings and your retirement savings and everything that you own, it's worthwhile. And if you can't do it, well, then get somebody to do it for you. Okay? Now, let's talk about spilling the beans and protecting your savings. Did you know that you can buy a policy called hospital indemnity? It pays you directly each day that you're an inpatient in the hospital. You can buy it if you have health insurance or not, and it pays on the way and the amount that you set it up to pay when you purchase it. And everything is set up when you purchase it. Okay? So if you set it up to pay for the first 6 days of hospitalization, it only gives you X number of dollars for the first 6 days. If you're still there on day 7, well, you didn't buy that coverage, so now you get to pay. But you see how this works. You can get it from a variety of companies. I am not advertising for any one company right now, so make sure you hear that loud and clear. I'm just telling you what it is. It's a good thing. You can get it if you qualify. It is for people that are with regular health insurance, and it's also available to people who are on Medicare supplement plans, Medicare, or Medicare Advantage plans. But you have to qualify, okay? Yes, you have to qualify. So you can't call and say, I'm having surgery next week. I need that hospital indemnity plan. Sorry, you're not going to qualify, okay? You have to, be in relatively decent health when you buy it. It's pretty cheap. It starts around $30 a month, depending on your age and the features. So let me know if you want to hear more about it in particular to your situation. But that $30 per month could save you $3,000 or more if you're hospitalized. Just telling you. Another one to consider is a critical illness policy. This pays you directly, again, a lump sum benefit if you're diagnosed with a covered condition, or a critical